Hello, hello, hello. So for today's video, it's gonna be a little bikini try-on haul. I have 3 other bathing suits that I have not tried on yet at all. This is the first one. This is my first time trying this on. I just opened it, and then I have 3 other bathing suits that I have not opened yet. So I'm going to be trying those on for you, as well as tapping and scratching on some various like beach related items. So if that sounds good, then stick around. So this is the first bathing suit. And I thought this was cute. You know, it's got like some little like palm leaves going on. I like the adjustable ties on the side, and it has like an interesting back, like crisscrosses, which will leave probably sort of an odd tan line, but you know, it's the price you have to pay for a cute swimsuit. You can't have everything. But yeah, no, I like it. I'm a fan. It's like different, but not so different that it's really weird. Just a nice, happy, medium, different. Alright, so this one has kind of different vibes. I don't usually get a black bathing suit. Just, you know, it's not really as summery as like the brighter, you know, floral kind of colors, but you know, it's nice to have variety. So this one's just all black. It has a very thick back. I always feel weird about showing my spine. It's my brother. You know, you gotta love brothers. Would always call me Stegosaurus. Because I have kind of like, my spine sort of sticks out. So, you know, everybody always has weird, strange insecurities. So I thought I'd share that with you. I have an insecurity about my spine. Courtesy of my brother. But yeah, I like it. It's different. It's not, I mean, in some ways it kind of looks more lingerie-ish than a bathing suit. I just want to make some sounds with some sunscreen here. Do you guys remember the first time that you experienced ASMR in real life? I remember my first time. It was in 1st grade, and I had this teacher whose name was Mrs. Marabella. Mrs. Marabella. And she did this amazing thing at the end of every day where she would very thoroughly, very deliberately, very meticulously clean the blackboard. So this was the only year in school that we actually had blackboards. After my 1st grade year, it changed to the whiteboards, which were not as satisfying. But when I was in Mrs. Marabella's class, we had a blackboard, and at the end of every day, when, like, say there was was maybe like 20 minutes left before we'd all go home, she would give us some free time. And while we were doing whatever it is that we wanted to do, whether that be, coloring or organizing our desks, or, whatever we selected, doing our homework, she would be cleaning the blackboard. And so that was when I first experienced ASMR tingles. So she would start off, she would get the dry erase board. Let me grab a sponge. I'm going to demonstrate this. So she would take the dry eraser and she would just make all these slow lines across the board. She would start from the top and she would work her way, from right to left, slowly across the board in like these smooth, very uniform lines. And that would kind of like smear the chalk so it would erase the words, but there was this sort of like foggy sort of film that was still on the board, and that was not acceptable. So after that point, she would get a wet cloth, and then she would do the same process over again, this time with the wet cloth, and she would run the wet cloth slowly across the board, and now it would be making these lines where you could see the bright green of the board starting to peek through, and she'd be erasing all the sort of like, smoky yellow chalk that was on the board, and you'd see, the green, the bright, crisp green of the board slowly being revealed line by line. And, the other kids, I don't think were as mesmerized as I was. So, there was like the background noises of kids, going through their pencil boxes and the clacking of the pencils and just various quiet noises around me. But I would just sit completely transfixed, watching her clean this board at the end of every day. And I had no idea, at the time that ASMR existed or that it was a thing. I just knew that I would feel these tingles, going down the top of my head, down my neck, down my back, down my spine. And then it was just this amazing feeling. It's so hard to explain if you don't experience tingles, and not everybody does. I was reading that people that are more prone to, worry and anxiety are also more apt to experience tingles from ASMR. I'm going to try on the next one. Be right back. Alright, so now we have more traditional color bathing suits. You got the more, festive, summery vibes. It's kind of, let's see what's going on here. There's flowers. And I like this cute little tie here in the middle. And that's an interesting little, like, crisscross back area. Yeah, I like this one. It's back to my in life, I was going through like a stressful period. And I remember going on YouTube because I suddenly remembered like that very relaxing, tranquil feeling I had had when Mrs. Mirabella would clean the boards. And I wanted to watch just a video of someone cleaning a chalkboard. So I Googled, or I went on YouTube and I searched chalkboard cleaning, and I found an ASMR video, and I watched it, and it wasn't in the same caliber as Mrs. Mirabella chalkboard cleaning. No one's at that level, but it was a good video. And it was then that I discovered what the wonderful world of ASMR is. And I'm so grateful that I stumbled upon it because it really helped me in so many ways. I really listen to ASMR videos pretty much essentially every night. They help me to fall asleep or just distract me from what I might be thinking about, get my mind off of things. I'm sure every period of time, has its own unique struggles. And obviously, while technology has made our lives simpler in so many ways, it's also added like this new interesting component to our life that has never existed before in history. And there's new challenges that we in this time period have to face as a result of technology. While our ancestors didn't have the privilege of, having life made easier for them by all these advancements, they also didn't have to worry about some of the stressors that technology has led to. And I'll explain. So in the past, think back to grandparents or great-grandparents time period, their sphere, the people they interacted with, the people that they compared themselves to, and the people that were aware of them. It was such a small sphere. It was maybe like the people that lived near you, the handful of people you worked with, the people in your own social circle. However, now with social media, we are comparing ourselves to and being judged by so many more people, and there's so many more sets of eyes on us that were never there before. Whereas before, comparing yourself to the Joneses might have meant, just a handful of people that were physically in your proximity. Now, comparing yourself to the Joneses means billionaires on social media traveling the world and posting their lives. And we just have this slew of images constantly before our eyes. And we're inundated with so many false examples of what success and happiness should look like. And we're constantly chasing after these images and comparing ourselves to these false realities. And that can be very complicated. One more bathing suit to try on. So this one's the same as the black one. This one's in powder blue. It's cute. I think it like accentuates my tan more than the black one did. But in terms of what I was saying with social media is, I think, unfortunately, when we're comparing ourselves to the images that we see on social media, we think that, well, I'm not going to be happy until I have a house like that, until I have a partner like that, until I have a car like that, and so on and so forth. And it really pulls us away from in the moment of our own reality and our own experience. And we're living in this weird world of waiting. Like we're living in limbo, waiting for a time period that may never come. And we're telling ourselves that we're not going to be happy until we're there. And it's like those dogs you see in cartoons that have like a carrot dangling in front of them, and they're just running eternally trying to catch this carrot that they're never going to catch. And it's a dangerous way to live. I heard this really beautiful analogy about a candle and its flame, and I'm going to share with you. This is the tanning stuff that I use on my face. It's called Golden Glow. So this analogy about the candle and the flame goes as such. So say you have these candles all lined up in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up to 1 billion. And you take the first candle and you use it to light the flame of the next candle. And then you do that to the next candle, and so on and so forth until you've lit 1 billion candles, 7 billion candles, however many candles. Now the flame that is in each candle is the same. Every candle has the same flame inside of it, and that is the divine. But the candles are not the same. The candles all have a number. They're each an individual. But the flame doesn't have a number. So we have to remember that each of us has that part of the divine, the part of something that is connecting all of us, inside of us. However, the negative thing about the flame is that it casts shadows. And while the flame is burning, there are always going to be shadows flickering on the wall. And that's what we perceive. We perceive these shadows flickering on the wall, and we think that's what reality is. We think that's what the truth is, these shadows. And we forget about the flame that is inside of us. And we become so focused on the shadows, which represent ignorance and distortions of truth and non-realities. And we make them more important than the flame, and we forget about the flame. And it's hard. It's hard not to live in that world of shadows, but we need to try to remember and focus on that flame that is inside each and every one of us. So this ended up being sort of a philosophical bathing suit try-on haul. Little bikinis, a little philosophy. I like the sound this one makes. But just wanted to remind you to attempt, whenever possible, to redirect your attention away from the shadows and back to the flame. And it's something that we're all gonna have to, struggle with on a daily basis, I'm sure, for the rest of our life, because it's so hard to not focus on the shadows and not be pulled in that direction. But don't judge yourself. Just redirect.